Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchich here with your outlook for March 13th, 2017. We have a major nor'easter heading toward the region, and this is going to be looking at Monday morning, where it's going to be mostly sunny across the region. That's because high pressure is going to be just off to our east here, so very calm wind today, and not much in the way of cloud cover early on, but those clouds are going to start to increase later in the day as we head toward the evening, and then snow is going to overspread the region from southwest to northeast, and that's going to occur overnight tonight, maybe as early as late evening for southwestern areas. You move this a little bit forward, and basically what we're looking at here is you have one system right here, you have another one down here, and one is kind of feeding the other, and it's going to allow this one here, which is the primary low, to come up the coast here, hug the coastline, and then head out like this. But this is going to come close enough to the shoreline here that we're going to have a tremendous impact up in these areas right here, and this is of course including parts of our coverage area. This area I'm circling right here is the areas we have in our so-called jackpot zone, if you will, and this is our highest amounts of over 18 inches in many locations. So it's going to be a very windy morning, actually from late tonight into Tuesday morning. Especially Tuesday morning will be very windy when this low pressure is at its closest point to the area. Also have a very strong high up to the top here, up top here over top of the system, which is keeping the cold air in, bringing the cold air into the system. But it's also going to create a pressure gradient, because this one's really going to start bombing out as it moves northeast. And as it does move up to the northeast, you can see some very heavy snow here. But you have 1,034 millibar high pressure, and that's only right here. Okay, it's right there. And then you have a bombing low pressure system offshore that is attempting to make a phase here, like the European model, the Canadian model, and UK Met have suggested, at least on the runs that it did here on Sunday. But if that happens, you have a very tightly wrapped system, and it gets down here in the 980s. So that pressure gradient of almost 50 millibars will create some pretty high winds here. That's going to be especially true on the coast, but I think you'll feel it pretty far inland too if this thing tracks far enough to the west. If it doesn't, your winds won't be quite as much, but you're still going to have some heavy snow to deal with, and I think that's going to be consistent across much of the area. Let's take a different vantage point. I want to spread this out and go a little bit wide here, just so you can see what we're dealing with. Here is the main piece of energy that's diving down to the southeast, and this piece of energy here is what's going to become our storm. This out here is what's left of what happened over the weekend, where we actually had some snow here over the parts of the Carolinas. This energy is going to move out of the way. This energy that was left behind is going to make its way up here like this, okay? And at the same time, this is coming southeast, and the two are going to kind of meet right here in the middle in what we call phasing. Now, phasing occurs not at the surface. I'm showing you a surface map here. Phasing actually occurs in the upper levels, up at 500 millibars, or about 18,000 feet above the Earth's surface. So once that phasing occurs in these two streams, this is a northern stream system, this is your southern stream system right here. Once these two get together, that's the phasing of the jet streams, and that's when you have a cyclogenesis or bombogenesis, whatever you want to call it, right here off of the coastline, and that can help to rapidly intensify the system. And that's what this system does here. We'll move this forward. You can see the two kind of coming together here, and they kind of merge into one system here, and then look what happens. It just rapidly explodes, and then you get a massive storm here off the coast. So this is the upside potential right here, and this is showing the possibility of some areas here getting easily over 18 inches, but we're just going to keep it kind of somewhere in the middle right now. And this image here I'm showing you is the GFS. So the GFS was a little bit less enthused, but it still dumps quite a bit of snow, and so does the NAM. And here's the NAM high-res future simulated radar. We're going to take it from this is looking at 1 o'clock in the morning. Actually, no, this is midnight here on Monday night, so actually technically Tuesday morning. Going a little bit forward from this point, you can see the snow just overspreading the region. Here's 5 a.m., getting very, very heavy in the interior. You have some mixing issues down south. Your 32-degree line at this point is right here. So everything north and west of that line is snow, and in some cases very heavy snow. This is showing green here. This is not green. This is snow here as well. Okay, moving a little bit forward from this, I think your heaviest point is going to be once we get here to look at Tuesday morning, and you got just outright blizzard conditions here for some areas. Very, very heavy snow. This is the darkest blue you can possibly see on the scale. So there are some snowfall rates of 2, 3, maybe even 4 inches per hour at times, and that's going to be early Tuesday morning. And then that's going to continue into basically the whole morning where that can occur. It might even be one of those deformation bands setting up where you get some gradient set up with some very heavy snow underneath of it to get you those rates that I was just referring to. Here's early afternoon, and then finally when we get to late afternoon, we start to wind down a little bit, and this starts to pull away. But again, before it's all said and done, we have some areas that are here are going to get some pretty high snow amounts, and this could turn out to be a blizzard. Maybe that will be named after the fact, of course, but it really doesn't matter. It's going to be a very dangerous storm, powerful nor'easter. And once this moves away, you still have some residual snow showers that can occur here during the overnight here on Tuesday night. But that's also still going to be possible here on Wednesday, especially in the morning. These are just some wraparound snow showers, or a little bit combined with like lake effect. You can see the isobars are still kind of tightly packed together. That's going to keep us breezy and blustery here on Wednesday. We finally turn mostly sunny here by the time we get to Thursday, and that's going to give us here's your day on Thursday. High pressure is moving in from the west. Friday is also going to be mostly sunny with a high pressure there. And then we're going to have to watch just for a very weak system, looks like, with a frontal boundary. And that's going to be Friday night and then early Saturday here. You could have a rain and or snow shower across the region. Not a real big deal right now, but we'll keep an eye on this one just in case. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and that is your outlook for March 13th, 2017. Be sure to check out the weather alerts for our final call, which will be later this afternoon. We'll alert you on the Facebook page and other social media platforms when that is ready to go. Take care.